Hey, a pleasant good day, everyone. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric, and this is going to be a very, very quick preview to the Phillies and Red Sox as we made it four straight, count them, four yesterday as the Phillies kept ringing that bell. We've gotten good starting pitching during the stretch run. Other than yesterday, Zach Eflin struggled. He got some strikeouts, but Zach Eflin struggled yesterday, and the bullpen piggybacked him. This is exactly what we want to see. Blake Parker's came up and pitched very well. Like Jack Fritz said on Twitter, it probably would have been better if he was up right away with how good he's looked this year, but maybe he needed a little bit more time. My argument would be to that, to get it going and get everything in check, and as good and sick looking as it is right now in a good way pitch-wise. Alvarez is the only reliever who struggled yesterday other than Deola's Guerra, but I think we get what you see from him, and the only games I'm comfortable having him in is if we're, God forbid, but down by a lot or up by a lot like yesterday. He's just a journeyman pitcher that's more of a minor leaguer than a major leaguer. Tommy Hunter pitched very well yesterday. Again, Parker pitched well. Eflin had 8 strikeouts. He's just pitching weird this year. Check out Chasing the Pennant podcast. Andrew and I talked about it on that. It'll be out later, it should be. But he's pitching odd this year. He's not pitching to his normal strength, which is contact, trying to get ground balls, where Wheeler has a bunch of ground balls this year and normally strikes out more people. Those guys are pitching like different this year, where Wheeler looks money pitching to more contact. Eflin looked all right at first, but doesn't look the best pitching to this type of strategy. So he might be best going back to where he was, unless if it's because of course, what Andrew brought up on the one podcast. Maybe it's health. Maybe he's still battling back from stuff. So he's trying to pitch a little bit differently to where he feels his strengths are now compared to normal. It could be something along those lines, of course, as well. Or he's trying to make himself better and what he considers more perfect. And maybe it's not the best way for him to pitch. But either way, I think it's something for him to build on. If Eflin's healthy, I don't worry about him. The dude's got a good mental fortitude. He's a guy that normally bounces back for us, unlike Pivetta and Velasquez. So I think it's a good problem to have, having all these pitchers that you can kind of move back and forth. And I think Eflin's going to be a guy that's going to stay in the rotation, no doubt about it. I think he'll get going again. But today, in order to try to extend our win streak to 5 games from 4 to Pat Burrell's number and Andrew Knapp's new number, like Jim Salisbury joked. I guess Maikel Franco's number is getting retired now. But we have today our lineup who is getting going is Andrew McCutchen at 1, Rhys Hoskins at 2, Bryce Harper at 3, JT Realmuto behind the plate again at 4, which would make me have to believe he'll get a rest during tomorrow's day game. Phil Gosselin batting 5th, playing second base. Diddy at shortstop, batting 6th. Alec Boehm, who's just been a menace since getting called up, made some nice defensive plays yesterday. I think it's just getting used to the defense. I think he'll be fine at defense again. 5 years at least, I see him at third base. Scott Kingery playing center field, and Kyle Garlick playing left field. So we got Garlick in the lineup. Now we see why Joe Girardi probably did not want to activate McClann and kept Garlick on the lineup. He saw the lefty matchup and probably wanted to put him in the game. And he put him into pinch hit yesterday, too. So he probably saw some matchups where he went, yeah, we should probably keep this guy on the line or in the lineup for me to choose from, at least for this series. So I think that was a good decision by Girardi. We're going up against Boston's lineup, which is Verdugo in left batting first, Pilar in right batting second, Devers at third batting third, Bogarts at DH today batting fourth, which means that their shortstop is going to be Zhu Lin, who was in center field yesterday, and he's batting 8th. Mitch Moreland is batting 5th at first. Christian Velasquez, 6th at catcher. 7th is Jackie Bradley Jr. at center fielder, and 9 is Jose Peraza at second. So today, the Phillies just got to keep doing their thing. You got to hit gaps against the Red Sox. Verdugo, Pilar, and JBJ especially. Zhu Lin's solid in the outfield, but JBJ's a beast. You have to hit the gaps against them and continue to get good swings. They're one of the better fielding outfields. But as long as our Phillies keep doing their thing, and Jake Arrieta obviously keeps doing his thing other than for the 5th inning last start, we're going to be fine. I think Jake, we need to get at least 5 2/3, 6, if not more out of, because we did use our bullpen a couple innings yesterday. And I don't think we're going to go back-to-back with Hunter yet. And we're not going to go back to back with Blake Parker, I can't imagine, after throwing 2 innings. So you already have 2 of your best relievers out. I can't imagine that Jose Alvarez could pitch again. He only pitched 0.2 innings and didn't do that well. So I would imagine he would be able to pitch again. But we don't have our best relievers. I would have to say, I'm going to stretch it. I would have to say it would be nice for Jake to go 6 innings. So you only have the bullpen have to go 3 and then figure out who those 3 are. Maybe Russo. Maybe in the 7th, you could get Russo in there. Maybe in the 8th, since he's looked better his last couple outings, Morgan can get in there and do something for you, depending on matchups, who they're looking at that point in the order, if it's the bottom of the order or the top of the order, what have you. But either way, I like our chances in this game. We have Jake Arrieta going up against Kyle Hart, who's a late-round pick, who pitched well in his minor league career. I know I'm on the chasing the pennant and on stuff we joked about where he's picked, but he's pitched well in his minor league career and stuff. He hasn't translated to the majors, though. He has nothing special in his repertoire. He's just a guy that rose up the levels from knowing how to pitch and pitch a pitcher's game. Sometimes the Phillies struggle against those guys, but he has a 22 ERA to start, and he's a guy that's a journeyman type pitcher that got up at a later age and is probably going to be more of a journeyman type pitcher that goes between the minors and majors at his age 27 until his mid-30s whenever he decides to play, unless if he becomes a consistent reliever. So that could be another repertoire for him. He's 6'5". Maybe he'll become a consistent reliever for the Red Sox, but as a starter, I think we should be able to hit this kid. And that should get the Phillies the win today, especially with Goosen and others. But this has been a quick look ahead to the Phillies game, a quick pregame to the Phillies game that is starting right up real soon at 1:35 p.m. today. Please check out the video. I'm going to put it in my bio, and I'm going to put also, whenever we put it out, I'm going to put the Chasing the Pennant podcast link in the comments section below. But if you like what you're hearing, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell. Have a great and safe day, everybody. I'm Joe Bora for Sports Fanatic News. Peace out.